Where are you?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 scariest superheroes.
I hope you're ready, hero.
When you are.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most unsettling superheroes depicted in comic books, TV, and film. While some of these characters could be described as anti-heroes, we're avoiding any full-on villains. Which superhero unnerves you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Moon Knight. You probably know all about the Dark Knight, but what about the Moon Knight? This Marvel hero was described by IGN as being Batman with dissociative identity disorder, and that's actually a canon diagnosis.
Rise and live again, as my fist of vengeance, as my Moon Knight.
A Marine turned mercenary who's betrayed by his colleague, he's saved and protected by the Egyptian moon god Khonshu. He then commits his life to fighting for justice. If that sounds like a lot of superheroes, consider that this one has numerous alter egos. These include billionaire, cab driver, and his own masked representative, Mr. Knight.
Oi, Steven, what the hell are we wearing? Don't know. She said I needed a suit. Yeah, the ceremonial armor from Khonshu's temple, not Psycho Colonel Sanders.
With his backstory and willingness to absolutely brutalize his opponents, Moon Knight is one complex and intense superhero. We're just glad an actor as great as Oscar Isaac is playing him.
Come on. Take it a little further. Gotcha!
Number 9. Rorschach.
Your turn, Doctor. Tell me, what do you see?
Alan Moore's acclaimed comic series Watchmen both deconstructed the superhero genre while offering great hero characters. Or, in this case, an anti-hero.
Excuse me. Have to visit men's room.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Rorschach, named for his inkblot mask, is both the Watchmen's most famous member and its scariest. With his mask, trench coat, and fedora, Rorschach is pretty frightening based on image alone. But it's the vigilante's dedication to stamping out evil at all costs that makes him so unsettling.
No, don't do that. Take me in. No.
Described by Moore as a nutcase and played to great effect by Jackie Earle Haley in the Watchmen film, Rorschach is haunted by his past and is unable to cope in the world because of it. In other words, he's both frightening and fascinating.
I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
Number 8. Dream.
Which one have I got?
Dream.
Neil Gaiman's graphic novel The Sandman is considered to be one of the finest examples of dark fantasy, and it comes with an appropriately scarred and scary protagonist. Known by many names, including Morpheus and the Sandman, Dream is an endless, a being greater than any gods in terms of age and ability, and the years haven't always been kind to him. After spending 70 years imprisoned, Dream, ruler of the realm known as the Dreaming, gets revenge on his captors. While he's on the side of good, Dream struggles with personal development and change. Heroic but not heartwarming, and with a default appearance that screams goth, Dream and his adventures might just give you nightmares.
You're gonna need all the help you can get.
Number 7. Hellboy. The name Hellboy might not scream hero to you, and this character has one complicated backstory. A half-demon who's summoned by Rasputin on behalf of the Nazis towards the end of World War II, he's intended to be an agent of evil. Instead, he becomes a literal agent of good, fighting against forces of darkness as a member of the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense.
I got you now.
His red skin, tail, and filed-down horns make him look like the cousin of Satan. But Hellboy is a friendly sort, shown most notably in 2 films starring Ron Perlman.
Hey! I'm on your side!
Sure.
There is one way to ensure you get on his bad side, however. Be a bad guy. Number 6. The Crow.
Gentlemen.
Vengeance is a common theme in superhero stories, and few capture the pain of seeking justice better than the Crow.
Victims. Aren't we all?
In James O'Barr's original graphic novel, a man named Eric sees his girlfriend killed and loses his life in one night. But he's revived by a very special bird, who leads him to seek retribution against his assailants.
He was already dead. He died a year ago, the moment he touched her. They're all dead. They just don't know it yet.
Less of a superhero and more of an undead goth vigilante, Eric brings new meaning to the word, a murder of crows. While he seeks out people who commit truly heinous acts, he does so in such a cold-blooded and brutal way, so he can't help but be frightened by him. If revenge is a dish best served cold, the Crow hasn't even begun defrosting.
Your job will be to tell the rest of them that death is coming for them tonight. Tell them Eric Draven sends his regards.
Number 5. Punisher. Like many superheroes, the Punisher fights criminals and evildoers, but how he goes about it is decidedly different. This anti-hero doesn't have a colorful costume and outrageous powers. Instead, he has a skull shirt, his muscles, and more guns than you can count.
I'll dance with you.
After a veteran known as Frank Castle loses his wife and children at the hands of the mob, he goes on a bloody crusade with little room for mercy.
Let me put you out of my misery. This is just the beginning.
While he might not possess any supernatural abilities, the Punisher is scary not only for his incredible brawn and ability to dish out pain, but also for his mind, which is both incredibly obsessed and focused. Most superheroes use violence in some way, but the Punisher is one who's defined by it.
Frank Castle is dead. Call me the Punisher.
Number 4. Swamp Thing. For the sake of physical classification, Swamp Thing is a monster, but this DC hero could hardly be described as monstrous, though he is rather protective of his home turf. After losing his sister and nearly his own life, scientist Alec Howland re-emerges, though quite a bit greener than before. You might call him the superhero from the Black Lagoon, as he possesses powers like super strength, as well as the ability to control plant matter. While there have been numerous Swamp Things since the character's debut in 1971, you can count on his complexion and care for the place he calls home. Don't bother Swamp Thing, and he won't bother you.
Say hello to your boyfriend, baby.
Number 3. Spawn. Think you've been to hell and back? Try telling that to this superhero.
You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.
Albert Francis Simmons, a CIA agent and former Marine, finds his moral compass growing, much to the chagrin of his boss, director Jason Wynn. After being ordered dead and sent to the underworld, Simmons makes a literal deal with the devil. He becomes a hellspawn, wandering the world with his memory all but wiped. Spawn decides to make things hell for bad guys on Earth, doing all his best to not run out of necroplasm.
It's a little early for Halloween, Simmons.
Where you're going, every day's Halloween.
Though he offers protection for those in need, he also delivers brutal justice to perpetrators of heinous acts. In other words, he's one hell of a superhero.
Give my regards to your boss. Tell him he's next.
Number 2. Batman. We know Batman is one of the most popular characters, let alone superheroes, of all time. But have you ever stopped to consider just how scary he is?
Who are you working for?
The backstory of young Bruce Wayne seeing his parents killed and making it his mission to fight against Gotham's underworld is well established. And it's no coincidence that someone with such a bleak origin is known as the Dark Knight. Like a bat, Batman is typically seen at night. Though if you cross paths with him, we hope you haven't done anything wrong. It's not just his cowl, incredible strength, or numerous gadgets that make Batman such an intimidating figure. It's that he will go as far as he does to find justice and protect his city.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Ghost Rider. We don't want to judge a book by its cover, but if your head is a flaming skull, we're going to keep our distance. Ghost Rider is a Marvel superhero who might be more incredible than the Hulk, at least in terms of appearance. The first supernatural rider, stunt cyclist Johnny Blaze, struck a deal with the devil Mephisto in hopes of saving his ailing adopted father. Things backfire and he ends up bonding with the demon. If he's around any evil, Blaze will indeed get heated and become the fearsome and fiery Ghost Rider.
You guilty. Look into my eyes.
While the man under the flames remains, he's working in service to the devil to keep evil off of Earth. Is that scary, awesome, or both?
Back to hell.
We're not gonna have a meaningful conversation now, are we?
You're going down.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.